Hello to America. Today we are discussing the subject of spiritual answers. There are many issues on this planet. Like, for example, there is a huge aspect of health, but there are also many political issues and social issues. And different institutions come with a solution. And maybe each one can refine their solution. They think of the best solution for the problem. What does spiritual solution means? It just means you are seeing the bigger map. And when you see the bigger map, you get different coordinates. You understand more factors that you did not see earlier. In other words, the answer is more refined, and there will be solution. So in this context, we have at present issues of war and suffering of human beings. How does the spiritual model, how do we see this situation? And as we said, we see the bigger map. And when we see the bigger map, what we really see is that beyond this physical world, there is the true reality. And that is like an extraordinary thing to discover. The question, of course, arises, is this true or false? Is it just a nice belief, or is there something really there? And that is our journey to discover this. But if you discover this, you realize that here is a world of disbelief. And literally, no one could really believe that something of this kind can exist. For example, a world where everyone is happy forever. A world where there is no concept of harm. What an amazing thing, when in this world everyone is concerned about some kind of harm. Their whole life is geared around dealing with problems. And here is a world where everyone is beyond harm, not even the slightest. No one is a victim ever, and never a beggar. Need nothing, and there is no concept of sorrow. So in other words, here we are talking about a world that we literally thought as a utopia, world of immortality, world of perfection. You are seeing it as a perfect. You don't see anything where you can find a fault. On top of all this, it is the world with God and the world of God. You have the company of the wisest and the highest. You yourselves know of your immortality, your state of love. You understand that everyone is worthy of love, everyone is lovely and loving forever. Forever. Love without complications. By that standard, here we don't know what love is. Here it is a business. Love with complications means love that has got, this whole thing is confused. By that understanding, what's happening here is confusion and different game. If we call that dimension divine, here it is lower than human. not just human, something lower. Because there is constantly the victim and the beggar mindset. And so you're stuck with a life of desire and some kind of insecurity that can take us anywhere in this world. So you are seeing this dimension, and this is a reality for everyone. Everyone is from this world, and it is as if they are at present stuck in an anthill. This is literally, you are seeing it. They are from the sky, they belong to that dimension. And what are they doing here? We use the word story, drama, means there are limitations. But anthill is a nice image. For the eagle, how does eagle see an anthill? Eagle is free. Completely different life for the eagle. So also one who discovers this dimension, unearthly dimension, and the soul awareness, it is almost like coming into the eagle awareness. Earlier it was like an ant awareness. And in ant awareness, you are stuck in that anthill trying to become a celebrity ant. And you are in some kind of a comparison. There are big ants and there are small ants. Everyone is busy. And of course, in the anthill, there will be some ants who are biting and some are bitten. You can't prevent that happening. But there is the option of the eagle awareness. And you are discovering the sky, and you are discovering father of the eagles and the world of eagles. And as we said, this dimension is not just flying, it is a world of bliss and love. And bliss, love comes with its friends. It is a world of celestial celebration. But this is right in front of everyone's nose. When you are seeing this full map, your intervention is not to go into that anthill and make some kind of a peace and some kind of a arrangement, ceasefire. Nothing wrong with that. But you want to give something extraordinary. That option is there. Why do they need to remain stuck there? That there are limitations there. Even if there is peace, it is not a world of love, and certainly not a world of true love. It is not a world of immortality. There are limitations, inherent limitations. And they have completely different game. They have the option of perfection. All are from the sky. This is what you see, and in an obvious way. And the intervention in this is you stay in that sky. It is not that I myself am in the ant consciousness. Now I can't tell others to go in the eagle awareness. First, I will have to remain stable in the option of the sky. Make that more and more natural. Come into that awareness that will be required. And why not? If the prize is so big. We said earlier that is this real, or is it just a concept or not? Of course, we need to experience. But I can just give one rational reason for us to start the process. Everyone here is looking for certain things, including immortality. No one is accepting death. We want to live longer. Everyone sees death as a failure. But same thing, they all are looking for some idea. They got a concept of life where there should be harmony and there should be love and happiness and contentment. There should be no harm. They feel it is a bit unfair when things become different. Where does this instinct for perfection, utopia, immortality, where does it come from? It is not possible for me to desire mango if I have never experienced a mango. There has to be a reference before. Only then you plan to re-experience it. So here, if we are looking for certain very clear experience, we want some perfection in relationships, and we want certain kind of life for ourselves, certain kind of mind. It is because we have experienced it before. And when did we experience it? In this life, I don't remember experiencing it. But when we see the bigger model, it becomes very clear. We definitely are from that sky. And so we have experienced it. Everyone has experienced it. And just that we have come into a space where we are stuck. We have crossed the line. And as was said, this is a nice image. Stuck in an anthill. In other words, the consciousness has dropped. And you are seeing yourselves in a limited way. All are. We all influence each other as a result. And that spell has to be broken. Jokingly, we say there is an ant hypnotist. If you go into that ant hill, there is an ant hypnotist who casts a spell, and then you are stuck. So what is nice, we can contribute to this world in a most beautiful way and very, very immense way, just by shifting the consciousness and breaking that spell. And as always, one bird flies, second bird flies, whole flock flies. So it will become more and more easy for others to discover that dimension. Otherwise, they may even understand it, but the spell is strong. And then there will be some kind of some argument to support that. But we have the option to experience and make it easy for others to experience. Let us create some minutes right now. And the word, nice word for this, the invisible player, wakes up, of course, and realizes his dimension beyond the physical. His world of light and world of silence. This is the unearthly dimension. Down below there is the physical world. He sees the physical world for what it is. He knows. So right now here, Prashant is talking. The invisible player knows his independence from that story. Independence from Prashant. Even though Prashant is talking about that dimension and that immortality, but Prashant is part of the story. Invisible player is the one who is conscious and observing the story. And he is subtle, and he is that carefree. The story is separate. Story cannot harm him. And if story cannot harm him, nothing else can harm him. He knows of his life, which is desireless and sorrowless. Life of silent contentment, silent happiness. He knows everyone at this level is like this. Childlike, harmless, innocent. All are like this. Childlike and godlike. Worthy of immense love. Forever. We are understanding this dimension is like a civilization. Except that here everyone belongs to this region. It is timeless. It is the real, which means it exists forever. Only factor that is required is to be conscious, to experience it. And as was said, every second we experience it, we make it easy for others to experience this. That's why world of blessings and bliss. Thank you.